tribute today for a fallen state police trooper.
Family, friends, and fellow troopers gathered to honor Anson Blake Tribby. He was killed 2 years ago after stopping along Interstate 64 in Clark County to help a crash victim. Just this past weekend, his name was added to the National Police Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain shows us how he was remembered today back home in our top story at 12:30.
Coming off of last week's National Police Week, Kentucky State Police, the community, and the family of fallen officer Blake Tribby came together today to honor him. The Post 8 trooper was killed in a crash in 2013 while off duty. Although he wasn't working at the time, he was heading to the site of an accident to help people on the side of the road when the wreck happened.
That just explained how Blake was. Blake was one of these who you've heard the saying, always on duty, and that's how he was.
Trooper Tribby's family and fellow officers were in Washington, D.C. last week to honor him and all of the nation's fallen officers for National Police Week, a week his wife Rebecca said made her proud. She returned to Kentucky last night, and this morning she spoke at her husband's memorial. She spoke highly of her husband, thanking KSP for their support, and ended by saying this of Trooper Tribby: "Never forgotten, always loved, forever missed."
Of course, I wish he was here, but the fact that he gave his life to help someone else, that means so much. And I expected him to stop and help that night when I saw the wreck, and I'm thankful he did, because just shows the type of man he was.
Rebecca tells me last week's memorial and today's memorial were both meaningful, but today's was extra special because as she spoke, she could look out and see the troopers her husband worked alongside of day in and day out. In Fleming County, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.